How are we doing tonight? Stupid music keeps going. All right, that should stop that right there. Hello, how are we doing? And yes, it looks awfully bright in here because I have turned on the backlights. Yes, it's after Christmas. It's after New Year's. So the backlights are back on. Now it's for blue until it'll go orange. And then it'll go red. And then whatever color I decide to do. And I've also noticed that I think these beats have had it. I think these are pretty much these are done. So it looks like I am going to have to I guess I'm going to have to find an alternative for my PlayStation and Switch and anything else. I'll have to do this. How are we doing tonight on this amazing stream? Yes, and you notice my my accountant's picture is back up. He was covered by a Mariah Carey pop that I thought was just humorous and hilarious. Hello, thank you, lady. Yes, it does look nice. I am surprised how well the video is coming off. I am thoroughly shocked. And this thing is giving me problems again because I streamed and I got 2 videos up that just show green. So I got to start doing test recordings before I start streaming. So let me hop in here and get rid of these real quick. Yes. And delete that. Which goes into my next topic of conversation. So where's last night's stream? Well, I'll tell you, it's really funny on that. I accidentally deleted it. Because usually if I'm going to upload it up to YouTube, I do an export from the video producer, and I accidentally click delete. I wasn't reading the dialog box that popped up, and I just hit yes. And I wasn't thinking that hey, this is not a whole lot, because normally it asks me if I want to export it as a public post or private it or add anything into the description, and I just wasn't paying attention last night. I guess I kind of showed how tired I was, but luckily sounds something. Yeah, you know what? We all do this. Everybody makes mistakes. Luckily, I have it set up. I had it set up for some reason by accident, which I don't normally do, but I guess it was me messing around with the settings. It recorded a backup. The thing is, I've got to wait. I had to pull it to another computer so it can render. And I may go in and probably do some minor touch-ups on it. But because of the size of the file, which turns out to be like, I think it said 11 gigs or either 111 gigs. I couldn't remember. But it was, I had to wait to see how it renders. And sometimes when I pull a render from, when I pull a video from this computer to another computer to have it rendered, it screws it up. So that video may be lost to eternity. And if I could salvage it, there might be parts missing. But it might not be major parts. It would probably just be stuff here and there. But it's no big deal. It's not like I'm not going to go back and replay some of that stuff again, especially Vector Man, after I was given such a boost of confidence that it can be beat. That I just doesn't, you know, so I'm fully confident to try that out again, and then I'm going to actually probably try that, I think, on something else other than my homemade China box. I hope everybody's day after New Year's went pretty well. I know I got up and I went to work, Took a nap before I went to work. But, you know, went to work, busy for a little bit, and then dead for the rest of the day. I got everything I was supposed to be done. It was supposed to get done in the morning, and then the rest of the time I spent in the back, and I was playing on my Xbox. Don't tell anybody. Well, thank you. I am always glad that you enjoy my streams. Tell the entire world. I think the biggest problem is a lot of the people that I know, not a lot of people, but the vast majority do have no idea what Twitch is, and they don't even bother to click my stuff on YouTube. They don't support the brand, damn it. But we're finally in 2013, which firmly means 2 whole months of writing the wrong year on documents. I have had to use whiteout and correction tape I don't know how many times today. And that's not going to stop. Even in my mind, I know it's 2023. It's not going to stop. But it takes a while for everybody to get adjusted, because it is quite a change from you doing one thing for a year and you're having to jump into other. Pardon me, I burped. But tonight I'm gonna do what I was intending on doing Friday night, minus the power surge or the power outage. Or we're gonna play some God of War. Get back into it, and I've honestly forgotten where I am at. So we'll see how this will go. I think, hold on, got to make a little adjustment here. Oops, because I don't think we're getting any audio. Have that go to dark real quick. There we go. We got some sound.
Dragon's perched on that structure. Should we find a way up?
Okay, so in a boat. So I guess this is vaguely familiar.
Now that I've spent time in Asgard, it's strange to imagine Magni and Modi there. Sif raised them both, right? She seems like a good mom.
Hold that thought. I think he's about to get violent.
Oh, wolves! All right. Ow, no, bad doggy. And now for the graphic violence. It's been far too long. Oh, get off me. I got this little imp I gotta...
Behind you! Watch out!
I'm gonna die. I can already tell I'm gonna die. Yep, watch. I'm gonna die.
One more to go!
What do you mean one more to go? You better shut your face, boy. Wait, okay.
What is it you want?
Are you a father?
Yes.
Then you must understand. My son, this toy, it was for him. But now he's gone. That day, so much chaos and death. I was panicked, looking for my son. Please, help reunite me with my son in Folkvanger.
We're gonna help him, right?
What is the last thing you saw, Spirit?
Statues, 2 of them. Dragons facing away from each other, separated like my son. This toy, it will bring me back to him.
Okay, now I'm
Story is
doing
like many in
favors
this
for
valley,
ghosts.
separated from someone they love by death.
We gotta get him back to his son.
Agreed.
You do? Huh? I assumed you'd say something like, reuniting the dead is pointless.
Not this time.
Yeah, because he has a personal investment in it. Alright, where's the rest of this thing?
This toy must be made whole again.
Yeah, we got it. We got it. Yeah, we're gonna help. Knock it off. And with that, it is daytime? I can't tell. Ooh, okay. Okay, what was that? Well, that's gonna be, I got some pop-ups popping up on the old OBS. That's gonna be a problem. Okay, where is the map? So I am in the jungle. Okay. And as always, I will cheat to get what I need to get. Okay, there's the first one. There's the second one. Oh, well, I would have never figured that out. Ah, there it is. And it's a B. All right, time to get the goodies. It's one of those decoration apples that you put on your dining room table that you can't eat. You want to, you can't. All that mouth bleeding would do that.
Ah, a hunter lives here.
A careless one.
How's that?
We found its home.
Oh, Kratos with the jokes. Oh, no, we're not doing that. No. Not doing that at all.
If we keep going this way, I believe we'll reach that air dragon's lair.
Yes.
Just making sure you know where you're going.
Thank
I have to get past those vines somehow.
This is gonna be a tough one. I think I may have it.
Helka!
I think I had it.
Helka!
This is going to be tricky, I think. And this requires me to go back and look at the cheats. I didn't think of that.
Malcolm!
The way is clear.
Did not think of that at all. Hmm. Nah, I like that. Oh, what we got on the shield here? Oh, skills, skills, skills. Yeah, I want damage on everything.
Over! We can't get through with that bastard trying to bludgeon us!
Then we must get closer.
Bloody thing can't be harmed! Something must be casting a spell on it!
Well, how do I get down to it?
Watch the ogre! Watch out!
Well, shit, how do I get down? See, now I gotta go and watch this.
Hold her!
Oh. Okay. We gotta take the boat to him.
Lad, am I right in getting the sense you've actually gotten to know Thor's daughter somewhat?
Yeah, dude's great. Wants to be a Valkyrie one day. And she deserves to be. Of course, I told her all about the Valkyries we faced, but I'm not sure how much she believes me. It didn't go great when I tried to tell her stories about her grandfather, though.
Anyone can have a blind spot when it comes to family. Some only learn the truth in the hardest way.
Oh no, not this thing.
Behind you! Incoming!
Punch.
Find the Noken! Making this thing stronger!
Oh, did that thing not drop any loot? How dare? How dare it not drop loot? That's fine. I'm gonna go take its chest.
Ah, another crystal. Best hold on to it until we can figure out what to do with it.
Mimir, what were you saying earlier? About Sif not being a good mother when you knew her?
It's quite true, if I'm being frank. In a culture as debaucherous as the Aesir, being a paragon of womanhood meant being a fierce fighter and a fiercer drinker. She and Thor seldom knew a moment's sobriety, whether brutally dealing with their enemies or, just as brutally, raising those boys.
Go much further, we'll be right on top of the ogre. Better be sure we're ready.
We fight!
Yeah, I got that!
Right flag!
The Noken! Attach to protect us from that ogre! Yeah, stay quiet!
Oh, okay. So you're gonna get. Well, why are you not dying? I think there's a little glitch in the game there because that little goblin would not die.
We fight!
Yeah, I got that! Yeah, and stay quiet!
All right, that made a little bit more sense. Oh, you dickhead.
On your right!
Behind you! Incoming!
Ah, give him what for.
Done, father! Back!
Yeah, you gonna get your head caved in. Oh, dragon!
So like you!
That was ours, you opportunistic sod.
It went back to its perch. Let's go after it.
I did all that work and he just went over there to claim the spoils.
You can be with your son now.
Thank you. I can't wait to see his face again. I'll give him this gift and tell him about the brave people who helped me.
Now you can help us. What did you see that day?
I remember walking into a mead hall, and Thor was there.
Do you know why he was there?
There were whispers that he was looking for a Vanir military outpost. I didn't want any trouble, so I got out quick. That's the last I saw of him. But maybe there are others who saw more.
I wonder if Thor was meeting someone at the mead hall.
Whoa. Do you think Thor was meeting Mom there?
Faye never drank with me, and she would not have with him.
Sometimes we never really know the ones we love, brother.
I thought the boat was gone. All right, more talking.
So, brothers, how did you manage to kill Garm anyway?
We killed him a few times, actually, but it didn't take. And I figured maybe the way to stop a soulless beast was to give it a soul. So I gave it the one I had on me.
I beg your pardon?
Fenrir. Remember the light Father saw? The accidental magic I did when Fenrir died? That was part of Fenrir's soul going into my knife. Once I figured that out, I just put Fenrir into Garm.
Clever one, lad! A gigantic hell beast with the soul of a loyal pup. What a brilliant!
I'm glad he's impressed. Yoink.
Left flank!
On your left!
It's gonna blow!
I don't know if I'm supposed to be going this way or not. I think this looks like I'm taking a circle. This all looks familiar. Oh, this is definitely a circle. I know I've been that way.
Behind you! Incoming!
Damn, these things respawn. That looks like that root's in the way. Aha. Oh well.
Mimir, did you know Garm? How was he locked up to begin with?
Ah, Hell's Feral Sentinel. Well, believe it or not, Midgard was once bigger. Until Gar, then just a wee pup, got peckish.
He ate Midgard?
Only a few mountain ranges. And the 5th season that comes after winter but before spring. And the word for the feeling when you get so hungry, you stop being hungry.
You're messing with me.
I would never.
A dead end, perhaps? Oh, that's a hell of a way to go for... It was weird to have this go this way and there's just no direction. Huh. See, now I can't remember if I've gone this way or not. Oh well. I tried. Maybe later. Back to talking.
So, Mimir, how did they capture Garm in the first place?
That was Tyr's doing. He lured the beast somewhere safe and kept it distracted by lending his own arm to be gently chewed. Once the chains were on and the gate to Helheim was opened, Garm bit Tyr's arm clean off in retribution.
But Tyr's not missing an arm.
Well, it grew back, eventually. He is a very resourceful god, after all.
That is good to know. I roll my arms.
We're back at the plains. Looks a lot nicer with the water flowing again. Mimir, we were talking about how Thor and Sif raised Magni and Modi. And you said they raised them brutally.
Ah, frogs!
On your right!
You're on fire, Kratos! Come fast!
Behind you!
I'm gonna die. And I died.
Brother, get up! Brother!
How far back did it take me?
On your left!
You're on fire, Kratos! It will pass!
Ah, bullshit.
Fine mess.
That the one with the 8, that's the one that's got to go. That's the one that's got to go.
Right side! last one. I felt that one, brother.
Yeah, you getting it now, boy?
Mimir, if I met someone I liked, how would I know if they, liked me too?
Is there someone?
No. I was just curious. Actually, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Let's see, the crater chest. There's a ding dong there. And a ding dong there. I gotta get to that ding dong up there. Aha! So bad at finding these things. Yeah. This one's got a horn. I guessed. It only made sense. All right. Let's go to the home. Uh-huh. We're going to Sindri's house. Let's continue the storyline.
I wanted to tell you. I read something in Odin's library about what Gjallarhorn is supposed to do. If blown by a god, it sounds through all the realms and harmonizes the space between them. Blow it somewhere like Tyr's temple, and it would be like opening up all the realm travel towers at once.
It's quite a vulnerability. Wonder why he didn't just destroy it.
Some artifacts defy destruction.
Well, we should make Freya aware of this.
Get over here! Boss has something for you. Come on, hit the chime and drop off your lean one. Why did you make me repeat myself?
Ha! Good! I have something important to ask of you.
But first, I'm gonna drop you off your...
They look quite healthy.
Speak.
The tree has become rather overgrown.
And
And if it grows too wildly, the branches risk getting too heavy and falling, which is not ideal considering they hold all the realms.
I am no gardener.
What an absolute shock. No, I do not require any horticultural skills from you, but I would ask that you keep an eye open for the stags of the 4 seasons. They normally graze upon the tree and keep it tidy. Unfortunately, Bitter decided it would be funny to trick Arrogant into releasing them. If you happen to find the stags during your travels, I would greatly appreciate assistance in bringing them home. I would have one of my spectral squirrels do it, but they, well, keep eating the feed I give them. Consequence of it being the most delicious food in all the 9 realms, I suppose.
We have seen these stags.
Great. Then all you need is some feed. Once you've found a stag, the feed should calm them down. Then one of my spectrals will guide them back here. And, don't eat the feed, please.
I will not.
Bitterness asked me if I was too chicken to release them, but I am in fact not chicken-like whatsoever. So as you can see, I had no choice.
Yes, of course. What else could you have done? While normally this would be a harmless prank, Fimbulwinter prevented the stags from returning, and now they have long since scattered to parts unknown.
It was worth it.
Now then, any luck finding those lean worms?
Seems we met another of your detachable emotional apparitions. Bit too twitchy to tell us his name, though.
Ah, you must mean anxiety.
Oh no. Why are you talking about me? What did I do?
Oh, you should have heard the shit they were talking.
What? Oh dear, oh dear.
There was no such talk. Shame on you, Bitter.
Are you sure?
Yes, Anxious. No opprobrium to be found in this discourse. I was merely making your acquaintance with our adventuring friends here.
Ah, people!
Well, there it is. Carry on, my friend.
I was planning on it. Rrr.
Are the best. You have always been the best. Hey, tell her she's the best. Oh! Back. The heroes of the hour. Love.
What now?
The riddle. What gets bigger the more you take away? Love.
What kind of chub-buffling relationships you been in, Amir? That don't make any sense.
Agreed.
Oh, fun. I won't be lectured on the nature of romance by the two of you duffers. Yeah, it's bigger the more you take away it. Oh.
Yay, we can upgrade the axe.
You know, we used to leave Manhunt together. Not much older than you, to be honest. Well, she did the leading. I just tried to keep things fun. Leadership.
Really? Your group back in Vanaheim seems pretty devoted.
No. Higher people, I guess. And they gotta stick next to themselves, you know? I don't know if that's leadership. Is it more like,
Like a muse?
wait. Like a what?
A muse. Father told me about that. In his homeland, they inspired all kinds of artists.
What?
44.
That's a job.
Ooh.
Well, why don't we have that? Oh, man. I could
I like that. Craft. Equip.
It's not fair. That's not fair. I would be a
Craft. Equipped.
What were we talking about?
Ingvi, you must rest.
Craft.
You must. Please stop.
Dragon Slayer. I got something dragonish. Alright, cool. I'm wearing skin.
Someone was gonna fill us in on what happened with Heimdall, right? Is that what's happening?
Patience.
Enough.
Look at that. You really did it. How, in all the 9 realms, did you manage to kill Heimdall?
I knew our spear would do the trick. Well, happy Ragnarok, everybody. Let's drink.
Is it true? Heimdall's dead. I can't believe it. There's no stopping it now. Odin swore peace only so long as you spilled no more Aesir blood.
I refused that deal.
Yet he honored it. But now,
But what? You and I know better than anyone that Odin's promises never last. We have the advantage now. It's time to bring him down.
No.
none of you understand what's coming. Odin's vengeance will be his only concern.
Not his only concern. The mask. Whatever knowledge it unlocks, that's what Odin wants more than anything. If I go back to Asgard,
Go
I
back.
can use...
Go back.
Look. If I can finish what I started there, awaken the mask, get answers, maybe that's our way out of this. But I gotta go soon. Before they figure out what's happened.
Atreus, you are home. Do not ask me to put you at risk again.
He's at risk where he stands, Kratos. We all are.
Anything we do or don't do is dangerous right now. But Odin needs me. He trusts me. I'll be safe there. From a tactical perspective, am I wrong?
I don't much like it, but it is our best play. Dividing Odin's focus would buy us time.
And give us a pair of eyes in the enemy's inner sanctum.
But if there is truly a source of infinite knowledge, you can't let Odin have it.
Aye. And once he has what he needs from you...
Then I lose my leverage. I get it. I'll be smart. Father, I can do this.
Remember our promise.
You too.
Boy.
I hope you know what you're doing.
I do too, Sam.
Well, I still want to hear
Yep.
how you did it. You mean how we did it? Ah, you heard me. And therein lies a tale.
All right, it's time to be Atreus again.
Atreus, listen. I can't let you go back without this.
A hammer?
Your key, please. You ever need a way out of a bad situation? Throw this down hard and say wergi. One use only.
Wergi. Thanks, Sindri. Hope I don't need it.
Me too.
All right. Odin said Hugin would be waiting in the cabin. Mimir, anything else I should know about Odin? Maybe a weakness or something? Like if I flip up his eye patch, he'll disintegrate. Aye, lad. Wouldn't that be? Yeah, no. Sorry, Mimir. I can't do your accent. I'm on my own for this one. Here we go. Ben? You made it back! Hey.
This is your wolf?
Ah! Stop doing that.
Oh, were you having a moment? It sort of looked like you were having a moment. I can go.
No. Sorry. This is Fenrir. It's okay, Ben. She's,
So I was right about your knife.
Huh?
I'm glad you found a place for his soul.
Me too. Hey, how'd you find me here? Loki? This is my marble.
And where are you heading off to?
Back to Asgard. Hey, I'm actually using him.
Uh-huh.
Angerboda, look. Once I see this through, I'm gonna know everything. How to save my father, how to stop Ragnarok, and maybe, hopefully, how to bring our people back.
Loki, those are all very noble intentions. But he's Odin.
You have faith in me, right?
Yep, faith, schmaith.
Of course I do. I just hope the story you're writing for yourself is the one that you truly want.
Would you take care of Finn while I'm away?
I'll take good care of him.
But I'm not cleaning up after him.
Oh, no,
God, those dumps must be huge. And then in the future, his dumps were so huge they turned into a city. Dump
Be
city.
careful, Loki.
It smelled really bad.
Okay. Alright, I just gotta help Odin complete the mask, but also make sure he doesn't get any answers from it. Easy, right? He's probably in a study.
I promise you.
Hey,
have nothing
sorry for interrupting.
to do. You're not interrupting anything.
Forseti's investigating, so the truth will come out soon enough.
I hope it does. You'd better go.
Chat, 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 chat. Chat, chat,
Okay.
chat, chat, chat.
Panic does nothing. Harness it.
Heimdall's dead. Happen to know something about that? Anything?
Well, I mean, everyone hated him.
Sure, sure. But have you seen anything? Something noteworthy?
I mean, you know, he did sock through pretty hard while we were out. Maybe someone found out? Got even? I don't know.
Are you suggesting my son had something to do with this?
I don't know. Honest.
Well, I had to ask. Never believed you had anything to do with this. I'm glad you're back.
So, I figured out what went wrong. I mistranslated a word here.
Did you now?
I thought it said beyond the cry of cold breath, but it actually reads the cry of first breath.
Well, that's somewhere else entirely. I know where that is. Young man, you've done it again. Go. Take the mask, take the sword, take the bird. Find Thor. We're going to Niflheim.
Oh boy. Back to there.
Missed you too. Hey, Ingrid, you wouldn't happen to know where Thor is? Yeah, I figured. Through? Sorry, Allfather said I'm supposed to head to Niflheim with your dad. I haven't seen him around, and I was wondering if you had any idea where he could be.
He wasn't with Grandfather?
No.
I think I know where he might be. Follow me.
I, also wanted to talk to you about Heimdall.
Don't. Not here.
You're right. Later.
Dump. Dump. Big old dumps. Oh, I'll open the door for you. Chivalry and all that.
Back in Helheim, I told you I'd help your mom understand how much becoming a Valkyrie meant to you. I wanted to, let you know that I meant it.
You didn't. And you're still alive?
I haven't yet, but I will. As soon as I come back.
There'll be plenty of time to get under her skin later. Thanks, Loki. Weapons aren't allowed inside. We'll have to check them.
Why?
Just do it. Come on. This way.
Oh.
Come on. They're not gonna let you in otherwise.
Wow.
He'll be here.
This is where the grown-ups go to drink the funny water.
Thrud, I'm...
It's fine.
Hey, Thor. Seems like it might be a bad time, so... If you need a moment, I totally understand. No rush, but...
Right where I thought you'd be.
You should be here. You shouldn't be here. You shouldn't have brought her here.
What are you doing?
Relaxing.
Did I say no rush? I meant we should get going, right? We don't want to keep the Allfather...
Quiet!
He's right. You should get going. Dad? Don't do this.
It's already done. Let it be known, the God of Thunder is good for two things. Killing giants and pissing me! Any man who disagrees will greet Mjolnir with its face.
This isn't you.
What?
Thor.
Being a fat drunk? Apparently it is him.
Steven is waiting outside. Please, let's just...
I said, quiet, boy.
Boy.
My name is... What? No, I... Oh, come on. No, I swear that really wasn't... That's enough!
Oh, how I've missed this! And he's still got it.
Get away from me! This place sucks!
Bar fight, Roadhouse.
You could be helping more, don't you think? You can end
Thinking too much.
Seriously?
Come here.
The door's right there!
From there, in vain. Yes.
Ow! Are you still conscious?
Now shoot!
Will Odin be mad I'm killing Einherjar?
They're already dead. They can't really die again.
The sword and the hammer are fighting. He was just trying to hug him.
What if you started again? Right now, just put down the... Grab his arms. Let's get him out of here.
It's a good fight.
I'm sorry you had to see him like this.
No, it's fine. Really.
Hey, I'm strong, but you gotta help me out here. Come on, it's not that far.
I really feel it in the controller how heavy this guy is. Ah, sunlight, my weakness.
Thor?
Get up.
Thrudy.
You are going to Niflheim with Loki. Allfather's orders. You have to get up.
I know you're disappointed.
Disappointed? No. That was a glorious fight.
Yes,
You
it
can't even say you're
was.
sorry this time, can you? Because what's one more broken promise? Grandfather treated you like crap. You were struggling. I get it. But you can't just... We're here for you. Mom and I are here for you. Even when you're here. We love you. You know that. I just thought this was behind us.
I fucked up.
Yeah, you fucked up.
Can I get you a water or something?
You again? Let's make this quick.
You in a hurry to get back to Asgard?
Just get us to that mask piece.
Was it worth it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Fine. But I hope you know what seeing you like that did to you.
I'm drunk, not blind. Don't bother getting up.
Hey, why can't we just fly over these guys straight to the mat?
You think I want to carry you all that way?
You're strong!
I'm not your pack horse. I need a bigger challenge.
Thrud looks up to you. I hope you know that.
Don't need a lecture about parenting from you. Just find the thing.
This way?
Looks like we gotta head through that wall. You
Something
wanna...
I need to do first.
Take your time.
Now we can go.
That'll do it. Just gotta get it out of your stomach, right?
Loki, you really keep trying to... I don't even know what you're trying to do anymore, but you have no idea the kind of shit I've been through.
Right. Half giant, son of a powerful god with impossibly high expectations. How could I ever know what that's like?
trick.
Another wall of ice. Thor, could you... Okay, I just want to add one more thing. If you can't be yourself, you also might not feel like you can follow your own path. That doesn't sound familiar to you at all?
Yeah, it grunts just like Kratos.
Alka!
You take this one, kid. Lost.
Yeah, a little bit. Bitter squirrel. I don't want that squirrel around. Hey, pottery.
So we've got some similar life experience. What does it matter? Seems stupid to gripe about the things we can't change.
Who says we can't?
Don't bother getting up.
We're far from Uvaldi's workshop, right?
Far enough.
Damn it! Ancient!
Again with the griping.
Calling out a problem isn't griping. It's healthy.
Bet you're glad I'm helping so much this time around. You're welcome. I will say the sword's doing work over there. You're lucky she's helping too.
Yapa!
Pathetic! I love Hellwalkers. You just blast them apart. Poof. Problem solved. Don't have to think, don't have to feel.
This way.
Through there, just ahead.
This'll be fun.
I don't think that's where we're supposed to go.
So, I said it'd be fun. It was.
Look at that teamwork. Man, all that way just to get a sack of silver. 2 sacks of silver.
Up this way. Looks like there's a path.
One pathway coming up. You enjoying the freedom? Out here without Fabio looking over your shoulder?
Well, yeah, I guess. It's different from what I'm used to. In a good way. Looks like we gotta get up that cliff. Which I think we
No
Better when I
thinking.
know it's gonna happen.
I think Thor's beginning to like him.
So, we close?
Maybe. I can check.
I know what that is. That's trouble. Not in that way.
You take this one, kid.
Oh, that's a circle.
Thor, I hope everything goes okay when you see Sif and Thrud again.
Well, hoping's better than thinking. It's a start.
Ooh, da cha cha cha.
It's here.
Gotcha.
Phew. That was close. Thanks, Thor.
Wasn't about to lose that.
Loki, you did it. We are on the verge of great things. All of our work together.
You're welcome.
I'm sorry. You are here. Why?
His father murdered Heimdall. Forseti has proof. Take him.
No. Leave him alone. I command it.
You said no more Aesir blood would be spilled. You said family comes first. You don't think that this is retribution for him being here? He's put your granddaughter in danger. He's made your son miserable.
Loki didn't kill Heimdall. His father did. Your daughter is old enough to make her own mistakes. And your husband started drinking again, all on his own. Dismissed! You two, a word.
Can't you see what's happening? He's not protecting us. Magni, Modi, our boys. We used to tell them stories by the fire. Do you remember?
Uh-oh.
We would carve those wooden horses. We would play and laugh until the sun sank and they
Oh,
fell asleep
I'm just a
in our
wizard in the
laps.
background. Ignore me. I'm not eavesdropping.
They were thrown at the Allfather's problems like brittle knives to a mountain face. And for what? What if Thrud's next?
You kill my sons. Sleep in their beds. Turn my father against me. My daughter.
I have no idea what's happening.
You know, I finally thought of something I can teach you.
Hey,
young.
stand down! Sindri better be right. Sindri! Ugh. You sure know how to plan an exit.
Atreus.
Good boy. Now, I'm in control
Glad you're
now.
safe,
I'm in the
lad.
driver's seat.
Got out just in time. Pretty sure I burned my bridges in Asgard, though. Wait, why were you out here?
Sindri told us where you would arrive should you find trouble.
Oh, thought you might have been exploring without me.
No, lad. Your dad was just concerned. Though, now that you mention it...
Mimir.
Brother, please. It's all so crowded and tense back home. Don't you miss the three of us out finding our own adventures?
Putting off the inevitable.
Exactly.
Not the worst idea. I do want to show everyone the mask, but it'll keep.
Return to Sindri's when ready. I'm ready now.
Back, everybody!
Hey, you made it.
I'll get here. Join us at the table if you're ready to stay.
See? I told you the key would get him home.
Because you tapped it with a hammer. Dwarven magic makes no sense.
Right? Luna one time made me a breastplate out of dog barks.
You're back.
I still can't figure that
Are
one
you
out.
okay?
I'm fine. I just hope unlocking this thing was worth the cost.
You have it. What did it show you?
I didn't get to use it. I found out about Heimdall. I had to run. But at least Odin can't use it either.
But if you didn't get any answers from the mask, all you've done is steal Odin's greatest treasure. Just after your father's killed his most loyal ally. None of us are safe, even here.
So we have no choice. We find Surtur, sound Galahorn, and bring Odin to justice. Now.
You'd incinerate every soul in Asgard and call it self-defense?
Does he ever suggest plans or just crap on everyone else's?
The obvious plan is staring you in the face. We don't need Odin to use this. We can slip into Asgard and do it ourselves, right under his nose. We gain the knowledge we need to shatter this prophecy of war once and for all.
Except begging your pardon, you don't have a way into Asgard.
They got the big horn, don't they?
Oh, so you expect them to sneak into Asgard, blowing a horn that sounds across all the realms?
I expect you to bite my blue butt cheek.
Please, just think about it.
This mask. The easy answers that it promises. I know this. Shortcuts always have a price. Atreus, you have carried it. What do you think?
I think it's a chance. At worst, we'll have something Odin wants as leverage. At best, if it really gives us all the answers, then we can make our own path. Nobody has to die.
Grand. Now all we need's a way to Asgard.
I know I've been a burden to you all. I know you've questioned why you even pulled me out of that hole. I have too.
Yeah, because you've been pretty useless.
This is what I'm needed for. This is my purpose. One last time, I will pick up my spear and I will lead us to Asgard.
Excuse me, but if you got a way to Asgard, where's that idea been this whole fucking while?
Lads! Rather a fair question, brother.
You withheld Asgard.
You would have gotten us all killed. And we needed to give Loki time to find his destiny. Here it is. It's all led to this.
If we can get inside, I'm going after Odin.
I will not stop you. We can do both.
Spot on, brother. If the mask doesn't give us an out, we'll still have the drop on him.
Works for me.
Let's do it then. And quickly, before he sees us coming.
He does hate surprises.
Slow down, you damn spruce. I still want to hear the details on this, new way to Asgard you got. Spill it!
It's an ancient path. We can't reach it from here.
Where then?
Let me collect my things and I'll show you.
You ain't got no things. And where are you going with that mask, Brock? That belongs to the kid. He earned it. All you done was make passable dirt soup.
Brock, it's okay.
No, it ain't. This ain't right. all the pieces ain't welding together true. Like, what's with him calling you Loki anyway? You know that ain't his name. Hey! I'm talking to you! You never shut up!
Oh no.
Brock! All the things.
Let go of the boy and face me!
Tell your brother to throw me the mask and you've got a deal.
Stop moving.
Freya, if he dies...
Now. It wasn't part of the plan, but if he dies, we are square for Heimdall. And honestly, you got a bargain.
I will kill you. Plan on that.
So nice spending time with you again.
Freya, please.
Can't be in two places at once, Frig. Hey! I don't move, you don't move. Don't do anything you regret.
I regret many things. Killing you will not be one of them.
I'm in control! Here! Throw me the mask! Now! Too bad, son. Looks like war after all.
Oh, you got the mask. Oh, Brock.
Please, you have to save him. You have to. He can't. You can't. Maybe if I go back to the lake.
Stop it. I know what you've done. And I forgive you. But you gotta stop. You gotta let go.
Oh, Brock.
Brock.
I guess they can teleport.
This whole time?
So, what do we do now?
Now? Now we kill Odin. And anyone who gets in our way.
Truth. Come.
What? Where?
It does not matter.
Where are you going?
We are done.
You can't run away from this, Kratos. Odin won't stop until we stop him! We need you here!
Father, where are we going?
Home.
Oh. But Brock.
Father, can we? I want to go hunting.
I will follow.
We are with you, Atreus.
What do we hunt?
Beer.
Which way we headed, lad?
In the direction of deer.
Oh. That's sad. Brock was great.
Do you wish to speak of what happened?
I think I heard something. This way.
He just needs space.
Here. Tracks. They're leading that way.
Atreus, violence changes us. You are not weak to feel its effects.
We're all feeling its effects.
We're heading the right way. There's broken branches over there. Come on. I keep seeing it. The knife, Brock, Sindri's face.
Yeah, that happened like maybe 5 minutes ago.
There it is. Elbow up. Accuracy over speed. Why? That was running.
And so are we.
I don't understand.
When an animal is wounded, it must stop the bleeding, or it will die. We have been wounded, and this is a distraction.
No more distractions, huh?
No.
We should find Sindri. I have a pretty good idea where he might be.
I will follow.
Lead.
Is it okay if we take the sleds? I need to think about what I'm gonna say to him.
Of course.
Man, you have to come to think.
Everywhere I look, I'm reminded of my mistakes.
Our actions have consequences. To be reminded of them is not punishment.
Feels like it.
You know, young Kratos compared to old Kratos has definitely made some strides. Young Kratos would just be angry and yelly. Old Kratos is wise.
Seen through a deception that
grumbles.
fooled us all. Stopped an attack you could not predict. There is no if, Atreus.
Your father's right. There are things even gods cannot control.
Anna, it's Becky. can take the sled when you're ready.
Oh, I'm ready.
Here's Temple. That's where we're headed. Mimir, is there a chance that we could bring Brock back? Sindri did it once. Maybe we could figure out a way to do it again.
I'm afraid not, little brother. When a soul missing its full gear, its direction, like rocks, leaves its corporeal form, well, it can't reach the Lake of Souls. He's not only dead, he's been denied an afterlife. There's nothing to bring back.
It's really gone.
Atreus, if there was anything we could do, I promise you, we'd be doing it.
I know. It was stupid of me to hope in the first place. I miss when the lake was still water. I feel like I want to get on a boat and just sail away from here. From everything.
You cannot sail away from your mistakes. It is impossible to forget them. I have tried.
Aye. They'll follow you no matter where you go, little brother.
Oh, I can't go this way.
Do it toward somewhere.
Oh,
we really should
locked.
stay on the course.
Oh, I have to go and do this thing.
The lift at the end of the bridge should still work. We can get up to the temple that way.
Yes, I've already been up here.
Brother, we really should stay on course.
It's just really sad, you know? I can run, I can't do an action roll.
Atreus, what makes you so sure Sindri will be here?
It's where he and Brock were united. Reforging something that broke. He'll be here.
There he is. Oh, Brock.
Sindri? Sindri, I'm so sorry.
No.
Oh, he's not wearing his
I don't wanna
gloves.
hear it. You don't know what sorry means.
We're not letting Odin get away with this.
Would that be the Odin you invited into my home?
We were all fooled.
But some of us were bigger fools than others, aren't we? I gave you everything. My skills, my friendship, my home, my secrets, my treasures. And you just kept taking. And now what have I got? Not even my family. You want sorry? This is what sorry looks like.
What can we do?
There is no me. There's only you. No matter what the cost. So what you can do is get the fuck out of my sight.
Oh, Sindri.
Come, Atreus. Leave it be. More on how you wish.
I thought we were his family too.
We were.
All right, I think that is a good time to go ahead and put a stop on that. Gotta end on a down note in order to it's like Empire, right? Empire Strikes Back. It ends on a downer, and then the next is Jedi, where you get a nice, healthy resolution, a positive resolution, where the Empire was defeated, the Emperor was thrown down a electrical shaft, and Vader was electrocuted, and he took his mask off and he died, and then he became a blue thing. And depending on which version you watch, he was either young or old ghost. And then that was it. That was the end. Star Wars stopped there. There was no more Star Wars after that. But I think at this point, we're pretty much, God of War is probably getting too close to the end. Maybe 2 more videos to go. Maybe 3. I know you can wander around the world and do all the objectives you didn't do when you went through the main story. So it'll be just like when I finished the first God of War. But really, the only thing I think I had to do was just the Valkyrie challenges, and in this, which I did one and beat it, I skipped all the others, which on this one is the Berserker challenges. I'll be skipping those aren't fun at all, not at all. Okay, so streaming wise, this week looks like an action-packed week full of streaming. Tomorrow night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night. Maybe. Saturday, absolutely not. The Saturdays are going to be off, but it looks like this entire week is a week full of streaming. So tomorrow we're back on High on Life. Tuesday night, God of War. Wednesday night, High on Life. Thursday, depending on how far we get on God of War, or something else. I'm thinking the main story is going to be done this week. I think we will be done with God of War this week. High on Life will probably next week. And then we can get on some fresh stuff. Next Sunday, I'm going to start the plan. The plan for next Sunday is I want to do a weekly Sunday thing. And I think I explained that yesterday, but for right now, that's been lost to time. I'm actually going to, I'll announce that on Twitter sometime later in the week on what that's going to be. Every Sunday, something like in the vein of what I used to do with New Vegas, which I'd like to go back to New Vegas at some point. But we'll see how this goes. But this is going to be strictly just something that's going to get to a means to an end. A means to an end to the next thing that follows that. But I think playing it every Sunday is probably going to be a little bit longer going into when that next thing is going to be, if that makes any sense. I'm not making any sense right now, but it will later on. So just check up on all of the socials. And don't forget, follow me here on Twitch. Subscribe to me on YouTube, youtube.com/@NashThunderclap. All the socials, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, even though the social thing, if I'm pointing right over here, is not updated because I'm back on Streamlabs, not OBS. So if I can figure out how to fix this, which I did it on OBS, I can do it on this. We will be good to go. So, okay, well, thanks for watching. 3-day. I'm glad you jumped in a little early and we talked a little bit. I hope to catch you on some of the other streams later on this week if you've got if you got a chance. If you don't, hey, catch me when you can. I appreciate when you're here. Anybody else that's hops in, jump in the chat, say hello. I may not see it right away, but I'll see it. But just, I'm willing to engage. I'm willing to talk to people. I'm willing to make this fun. Plus, when I play some games, if I'm talking, I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. I don't tend to overthink things, and I tend to do a little bit better. It's actually a little bit more entertaining to watch. All right, folks. Have a great night. Welcome to 2023. It's only going to get mediocre from here, as always. Have a good night. Fuck off.
Your attention, please. If you're leaving the theater, please hang your speaker on the speaker stand before starting your car. Don't take chances on accidents which may damage your car. If you accidentally tear off your speaker, please don't be frightened. Simply turn it in. There is no charge for reinstalling speakers.
Now that's comedy.